Coming up on the next episode of the Celsius Pod.
All my accounts are dying with me. No one's getting access to those.
I'm actually like a completely pro supporter of bringing back bullying.
Every TV show has like their breakout star, and for us, it's Beck. You know, he's the breakout star. Everybody Mew for us.
$67. You guys know what 67 is? A prime number. You know what else is in our?
You know what else? 67. You know what else is 67? Not the weather because I can't fucking pull up the weather. What the hell?
52 degrees.
It's 53 degrees.
Where's the Belgrade weather? Come on, Nickel.
But Belgrade is, you won't believe this,
62 degrees.
29 degrees.
I'm currently in 38 right now, so.
Wow.
29 degrees in Belgrade.
I'll have you know, this might be the longest episode in podcast history. We got a lot to talk about, and
we got at least two things to talk about.
I have at least 1.5 things to talk about.
I have one thing to talk about.
I have.
Oh, it must have been really bad.
Dude, no, it was 30 minutes. It wasn't even half.
Oh, you want to get into it?
Wait, did you watch it?
Full thing.
No, Beck, no!
I'll never get back.
It's a Megamind sequel.
A very highly anticipated sequel to a
the Megamind thing is out?
Came out today.
That came out?
Yep, the Megamind sequel
2 versus the Doom Syndicate. A straight to streaming sequel movie. You know.
True.
So guys, you know, going into this, the trailers didn't make it look very good. The voice acting wasn't really good. The visuals didn't look very good. The plot didn't seem compelling. But
it didn't.
It defied all our expectations by being worse.
Yup. I thought I'd be able to sit through it because I like Megamind, and I've seen some bad movies before. I saw Madam Web. I saw Argyle. I enjoyed both of those movies.
Guys,
one of my favorite movies has a Rotten Tomato score of 14%. So I said, you know what? It'll probably
that's
be
also
fine.
Rotten Tomatoes.
I couldn't watch past 30 minutes, dude.
You guys know when we did those rankings of
past
top 3 and bottom 3? This has made it in my bottom 3 already.
Oh yeah. Okay, now I kind of have to watch
guys,
it.
Dude,
let me walk you through my story of watching this movie. I wake up today.
So like on the negative 10 to 10 scale, this is a 0.
This is a 0. So I wake up today and I'm not feeling good. I'm feeling sick. I go to school. School sucks. I go home. I'm still feeling sick. But then I remember Megamind 2 has come out today. So I go, I'm sick. I'm laying down on my bed. I watch this movie and it's bad. And then halfway through watching it, I get an email from my number 2 school saying I got waitlisted.
Oh.
So yeah,
I
got 3 blows back to back.
Beck, what school is it?
Good day. LMU.
Yeah. More like LMU.
More like LM doesn't have Beck.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beck. That happened to me too. I also got waitlisted from LMU.
Yeah, but I got higher on the waitlist than Uri. I guarantee.
You guarantee
he's like
it?
Better at being waitlisted.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Take that, Uri. Okay, let's start with the actual movie. They renamed Minion for some random reason.
Can I talk about this first 30 minutes that I watched?
Yeah.
And then you can continue it?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, here's what the movie starts. The movie starts with a bad Will Ferrell impression guy, and he's like, "Hi, it's me, Megamind. And today here in Metro City," which he says correctly, so already his first line is wrong. It's already wrong.
No. Aiden, you forgot about the line he says where, like, if you're in your room and you're, like, not wearing pants, you're a nerd. And during this, I was in my room not wearing pants. So I felt...
and I was taking a
Why
shit
were you
while
jerking
watching
off to Megamind? What the hell?
I was sick, so I was laying in bed.
Okay, so he gives you a plot recap by showing good animation and a good movie. And he says, but enough of that. I'm not evil anymore. And then you see the worst animation you've ever seen.
It's so
I've seen Coco Melon has better animation than this movie.
Don't hate on Coco Melon. They actually like take child labor for that. Those children worked hard to animate it.
I don't think anyone worked hard on this movie, I'll be honest. I don't want to discredit
No.
anyone, but like there's no motion. It's so stiff.
Ball spawn.
People Some people, like some of the background characters, aren't like rigged fully.
Completely
You could
empty
see the-
streets. 2 cars in the city.
So basically,
There's a lot
Legend
of
of Korra.
animation errors,
No,
like
okay,
people
Korra
driving.
has good animation. You can't knock its
Okay,
animation.
but you know what I mean about like how the freaking capital city has nobody like in half the shots.
Dude, it's hard
just
to
completely
fully
empty.
animate a 2D city, bro. At least in 16:9, bro. It's hard Avatar 4:3 in like modern day. Okay, back
Anyway.
to the movie.
Deadpool
Back to the
stops
movie.
these
Beck is
fish
no longer
guys
stressed.
and says it says the worst puns, and it has the worst animation. And then Minion is called Chum now because the Minions exist now.
Wait,
and so he's
really?
called Chum. Probably.
No, it's because the Minions meat popsicle, you know? They got sued.
Wait, you're saying Minions like from the Minion movies?
See, this is also why they changed it so that people wouldn't get confused.
Oh.
But Minion is now called Chum. We're gonna call him Chum from now on. He's the guy in the fishbowl in the head. He's a robot, and he's Megamind's friend, his only friend. Remember in the first movie how he only had one friend, and it was Minion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his only friend. Remember that, guys. So then they stop the fish guys, and then dude, this movie fucking sucked. What happened?
No,
Then
talk about the
Roxanne.
quirky new side character they have.
Oh no, we're not there yet. So then Roxanne Wolf is like talking on the news, and she doesn't have any movement. Like she's so stiff. Like she is animated like Laura Croft in the original Tomb Raider. Like she does not move at all. Just the stiffest you could have a character. And
You know
anyway,
what else is pretty stiff when I see Laura Wolf?
so true. So basically, Minion is like, damn, Megamind doesn't care about me, so I quit. So they did that in the first movie, guys, if you don't remember. They did that whole thing in the first movie. And Roxanne is like, wow, you know what? I could do cooler things because this cool, quirky new side character, this child, is talking to me.
He's a social media influencer.
Of course, with 500,000 subscribers.
That's how many we have.
Is that even?
Yep. And then Megamind's old friends show up, and they're like, "Hey, we're the Doom Syndicate, and we broke out." They could have broken out of prison at any time, but they didn't.
But he didn't go to prison with supervillains. He only went to prison with like
he didn't have
normal
any
villains.
friends, right? He didn't have any friends,
That's
right?
the whole
But
point. Is he had no friends.
Yeah, but he has friends, okay? And they could have broken out of prison at any time, and they also broke out of prison wrong. There was an animation error where the door to their prison opens up, but they break a wall anyway.
No, that was so stupid. They do the entire thing of like, guys, we gotta open these doors, and they're like,
No, but they did that just because they thought it would look cool.
Oh, that was so stupid.
That's not an animation error. The villains just thought they would look cooler.
They looked lamer because it made me think
animation. It was just like, fuck it. Who cares about plot continuity?
Yeah, speaking of plot continuity, then they go to Megamind, and then they have a flashback where the character that changed his name from what was his fucking name before?
Minion?
Con.
No, Nighty. So there's this new character. His name is Nighty Night. Yeah, which is just a character from his name was Fright Night.
Fright Night.
And like Five Nights at
Fright
Freddy's.
Night? No, Fright Day.
Like Five Nights at Freddy's, but then he changed his name to Nighty Night, like Undertale. But guys, in the flashback, his like sigil still says Night Night on it, and it's like, how do you fuck that up? How did you do that? But anyway, Megamind's like, yes, Roxanne is my evil wife, and they seem awkward about it, as if they're not already in a romantic relationship.
Yeah,
and
That's really funny.
And then they're like, we're gonna be evil because they can't know that Megamind me is not evil anymore and is good. They can't know that, or else they're gonna kill me. So we're gonna pretend to be evil. And then they threw a party, and that's about as far as I got.
That's very
Okay.
evil.
I will
Parties are so evil.
continue the plot recap. So they're at the party, but then the random fish people from the intro show up, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, Megamind, you're actually like evil. You're not pretending to be good, and it's actually evil. You're just good now." So he has to
No.
break into a dance to distract the whole crowd from the fish people, and then he dances.
Obviously.
Fish people. When did that happen?
That was in the intro.
The
I
big-
didn't mention it.
I did mention it. I said they were doing they're doing fish
there were
puns.
fish people in the intro, and then he's like,
Okay.
and then the villains are like, "Okay, what's your big plan, boss?" He's like, "I am going to launch the city onto
I
the
am going to
moon."
steal the moon.
No, he's
really?
I predicted it. I predicted it. We're gonna steal the
He goes to
moon.
the moon.
No, you can't do that. You already did that one.
Yeah, and then he's like, "We're gonna live on the moon. And it's gonna be like a super villain city on the moon." But he's like,
Dude,
and then
no way.
the other people are like, "Okay, let's go do that." But Megamind's like, "Oh, I forgot the password to this door, so we gotta not do that because he's trying to like still be good."
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Guys," and then he like debates them into a cage and just like, "Haha, I caught you. I'm actually good." But then the cage breaks, and then they all escape. It's
Oh, like at the beginning of the movie.
yeah, we're gonna wreak havoc on the city, and then we're gonna set it off onto the moon. And then they go, and they're on the moon. And there was a side plot where Minion starts a restaurant making donuts, and then he's like, he comes back. And then the city, it's like that one scene from Age of Ultron where it's like flying into the air.
Yeah.
And then they stop, and then it goes back down there. They have to like beat all the supervillains, and then they stop it, and then it's the wrong way around, like 180 degrees off, and then Roxanne becomes the mayor of the city.
What?
And then it's like the end or not, and then it's
I have a feeling she's not qualified
and then
for
it's
that
the
position.
it's the Doom Syndicate in prison, and they're like, "Gosh, we gotta go get this. We gotta go get this Megamind." And then
What is this? Some kind of Megamind?
the concrete wall breaks, and a shadowy figure walks out. And who do you think it
It's
is?
the paper.
Metro Man.
No, it's a random
Metro
head in a
Boomin.
jar who says, "I taught Megamind all he knows, and I'm gonna get
What?
revenge for him becoming good."
What? A head in a jar?
A random floating head in a jar is like, "I'm gonna get revenge on Megamind. I taught him everything he knew."
But, like, is it an actual head, or is it like a like a not real head? Like, is it like Minion's head? Like a fish head?
It's like Minion's head, but instead of a fish, it's a brain.
Like is it Krang?
I don't know who Krang
the-
is.
The Ninja Turtle guy? You don't know who Krang is?
You
Okay,
never
guys.
watched
It
the
rings a
Ninja
bell.
Turtles.
I'm just gonna go to that section so I can show you guys.
It in fact does not ring a bell. He's just saying that.
I
Okay,
cannot.
I've seen
Well,
some Ninja Turtle stuff. Okay.
Krang! It's like the main guy. It's like him and Splinter.
I don't think
Shredder? Where?
Where is this scene? Did they cut it?
They
Wait,
cut the scene and
wait, no, I can't find the scene. Wait, no, I swear it was here. I'm not lying.
I think Kung Fu Panda 2 is a worthy sequel, guys.
Dude,
Back
what do you
to-
mean you can't find the scene? What are you talking about?
Wait, no, bro. Wait, it's here. I did not imagine this scene. I did not. Wait.
Bro,
Wait,
imagine
guys,
the
I think
scene.
he
No.
did the
I think-
Mandela
I
effect
think
happen
Bro
on
might be
Beck?
crazy.
Wait, no. Here it is.
Bro actually dreamt it.
No, dude.
Guys, you're saying the
No,
you're saying the Mandela effect
came
in
to me
real
in a dream.
time.
It literally
Okay.
came to him in a dream.
Wait. He's still looking in the
Bro
shadows.
is having.
It's supposed to be my role to spread misinformation.
Oh wow.
Wait, that's literally just that one guy.
Do you know who? Wait, you guys don't want to know who taught him everything he knows?
That's
Right.
crazy.
The one who left it all behind, Toji.
No, it was the people in the prison when they pointed the flashcards.
Yeah, exactly. And they said, Police bad.
Guys, do you want to know what's
Burglar
great about this movie?
good.
We get more of it. There's an entire show worth of it.
Yeah. Did you watch it at all?
No. Here's what I'll say.
Will you?
If we hit 200 subscribers by the end of March, I will watch Megamind Rules.
Nobody's watching that.
We should
Guys-
all watch it together.
Everybody subscribe right the fuck now. Get your
Yeah.
cousins, get your mothers, get your mother's brothers, pets, uncles, brothers, sisters,
I
mothers.
think we should all watch
Sure.
it together in a group watch party.
Come
Yes.
together right now. All
Thank you.
over
Okay,
me.
alright.
All over.
Okay.
All over you. That's
I
hella
don't,
gay.
think, I don't think that's the lyrics.
That shit's gay.
Should I get into
All
what I'm
over.
watching? Should I go down my list
Yep.
first? Okay.
Yeah, because you're the only one with a list.
I'm going to start with something I've been watching for a while, weekly, that I have not mentioned. Carol and the End of the World. I mentioned this like
Oh.
3 episodes ago. I've been watching it
Yeah.
like a couple episodes every like couple days, and I finally finished
How long
it.
is
10 episodes.
So how did it end?
So what it
Spoiler
is
warning, by the way.
well, yeah, spoilers. So the whole movie or the whole show is about like connection. That's like kind of the theme I got from it. And like the ending is like Carol is like this insanely socially awkward person, has like no friends in the beginning. And then she gets this job as the accountant. And then she brings the entire office together. And at the end, they're all going to Applebee's after work and like drinking and doing karaoke. It sounds weird when I say it, but like when it's actually pulled off, it's
No, it's
really
not.
it's really sweet.
No, it makes. I don't think it sounds weird. I think it makes sense in the theme of the show. You know?
Yeah. But eventually it's like it's like one of the work people investigating it being like, you know, when they keep coming together and doing these things, it only makes the end of the world more sad. So it's kind of like bittersweet where it's like they're all hanging out together, but the world is ending still. And the last shot of it is like the planet right on top of the city, and then it cuts to black. So you don't like see all of them die, but it's like
But they're
Yeah.
definitely
They're
dead.
definitely implied death.
yeah. But it was they were really cool episodes. There was one about like a father-son bonding over a road trip. There was this really weird one-off right before the finale where it's like, what if Carol became a surfer? Because in the first episode of the show, her parents are like, what are you doing now that it's the end of the world? She's like, I decided to pick up surfing. So she lies about that. And then this entire last episode is like, what if she had learned surfing? And it's like her doing a worldwide tour of all this surfing stuff.
Is she like having a less fun time? Like, is her
No,
life
it's
better?
like
if
this.
she goes to-
It's showing that she is having a good time, but it's like it feels so fake, It kind of feels like something she
Yeah.
would write in like a letter to someone, being like, "Oh yeah, this is what I've been doing." I think that's what it was meant to be.
What was she doing in reality?
She was working an accounting
Nothing.
job.
Makes sense. That's what I would probably be. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what most people would probably be doing. They would just be living their normal lives and not
Yeah,
change
like,
anything.
That's like that's a cool thing. Where it's like, even though it's the end of the world, people still want to just like work and have that sense of like
Normalcy.
Yeah.
Return to
That makes me want to ask my
normalcy.
next question back. What would you do if the world was ending?
I would go skydiving and then I'd write a lot of books or like screenplays.
I think I would commit mass murder.
I would hang away from Nicola then.
I think you could stay by Nicola. I think if you left Nicola, that's when he would like kill you.
Mm.
Because it'd be more fun for him because he could like surprise you.
Yeah, I know. It's more
Surprise!
Surprise!
I mean, I'm just saying.
Like I'm just randomly chilling my
Saying.
life. Someone knocks on my window. It's
The me-
Nicola holding a
the-
knife like this.
The
Yeah.
meteor is actually just like God, and I'm just bringing you closer to God faster.
Mm.
Ever thought about it that way?
Okay.
Guys, I can't wait for the cult of Nikola Christic. He'll be like, today we talk about the meteor. I bring life to the meteor, but you need to serve me in the afterlife.
Bro thinks that these thinks the meteor's saying, "Show me what you got." Am I right, guys? That's a Rick and
Show
Morty
me
reference.
what you
But like, there are
got.
some really good concepts in this show. Like, there's this one kid where it's like in the middle of July and he just goes trick or treating, and he's like, oh, he's like doing it because like he's pretending it's Halloween because he won't have any Halloweens. And he's just been going trick or treating every random night and has a whole house full of candy because like his parents decided to go join a cult, so he was just alone.
Oh.
It's like really cool emotional ideas like that. Where it's
I
like,
Just
think
abandoned their kid. What
I
the
think a
fuck?
takeaway you can take away from this show is that
Yeah.
even though that the world isn't actually ending in real life, I think it represents that you should be doing the things you want to do for like the audience. They should be
That's
doing
like the
the
Yeah.
most like I'm not gonna lie, but Aiden, what the fuck am I saying?
Uri.
I'm not gonna lie, Uri. I really don't think that's that far off. Like that's kind of like a pretty obvious idea.
Okay, but no,
Yeah.
also like it does talk about like if everyone did do that, a lot of stuff would
Yeah.
fall apart. Like so many people in the show just walk around entirely naked because it's like the end of the world and they're like, yeah, I'm just gonna do it. It's really weird.
Yeah,
But yeah, I very much recommend this show. It's very short, it's very feel good, it's very emotional. Only 10 episodes. It's
that,
on Netflix.
Very
Next
good.
thing I
that's
watched.
the wreck. That's the wreck.
That's the wreck. Okay. Guys, Avatar The Last Airbender, season 2 of the original.
Oh, right, because you've been rewatching
I've been
it.
rewatching it, and I got to season 2. I want to talk about two things. One, Aiden, you already know Toph exists, right?
You know that she exists and that she's blind. Yes.
That is like entirety of season 1. Like the whole group dynamic seems so weird because you just don't have Toph. She provides like an insanely like necessary element to it, and she's just such an interesting character. Like this blind Earthbender can only see through like touching the Earth. It's really cool. And then second, where it's like I don't know. I got to this. There's this one episode in season 2 that is just randomly a two-parter, and it kind of makes no sense to me because like the first one is like a random off episode, and the second one is like an insanely important plot battle episode. And for some reason, it's like, guys, we're gonna bundle them together.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'm nearing the end of season 2. Season 2 has a ton of different two-parter specials. But yeah, it's really good. And then season 3 is like probably the best. And yeah, it feels like season 1 was a lot of disjointed, singular, one-off adventures. And then season 2 had a bit more plot focus. And then season 3 is like almost every single episode is important to the plot.
That kind of sounds like the arc of the Owl
It almost
House.
sounds like it's like as they get closer to like the
Am I
the
wrong,
ending,
Beck?
they
No,
need to
no,
get
you-
like more and
That's
more
what happens with like most shows, where it's like it
Like adventure.
gets more plot focused when you get to the end.
because that's when it's like they have to find a way
Yeah.
to end it,
It
and
kind
when
of
you get
reminds
to,
me
like
that
Yeah.
like
that, you need to have the
in
plot
the
move.
last season of Succession, every episode of the last season was all basically plot episodes. Where in the earlier seasons they did more like kind of one-off things. And I think, yeah, I mean it's a good arc for a show to ramp up near the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think this is a good transition to talk about your Infocus package, I think.
Yeah. So I'm doing Avatar live action review for Infocus just because I already have a
Yep.
ton to talk about, and it kind of lined up with the
And-
package cycles. So I was like, okay, I talked about this show for an hour and 50 minutes. That was longer than our episode last week.
And you can basically just repeat everything you already said.
The thing is, I can't do that because I was like, guys,
You
I'm
cannot
gonna
swear.
slim this down. Talk about not episode by episode, just talk about overarching problems and what I liked about it and then the conclusion. So I'm like, I could do a 40-minute video essay on this, but I'm like, okay, I'll try to cut it down. So I cut it down to like the bare essentials, what I need to talk about, and I got to 8 minutes. In Focus Packages need
That's
to
still
be 3 minutes.
I thought they
You
gave
got
you
the
10
10.
segments.
Don't you get the 2 segment 10 minutes?
Yeah.
No, okay, but like, I don't want to do a two-parter. That sounds cringe. Like, no one's gonna be like, guys, watch this one half of the Avatar review. I don't know. So I'm like, I'm gonna try to trim it down to 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
4 minutes. And right now I have it at 4:30, and I cut a ton of stuff. I had this entire like a minute 30-second rant about how humanizing Ozai was one of the worst decisions they ever made.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I
But
eventually.
But like,
imagine,
but live Ozai reaction. He's crying. He's crying, guys. Look at the
but Beck,
thumbnail.
imagine a fucking teacher, she hasn't even heard of the word Avatar. She goes into her office, she turns on the video news, like,
No, I swear, if you haven't seen Avatar, this is like the most. But at least the 8 section is so confusing. I'm like, the air temples, the Fire Nation, the Ba Sing Se, the 100-Day Siege. I like mention all these random plot events that like 90% of people don't remember. It's
it'll be like, and then Beck,
No,
if you put that
you'd be
package
surprised.
out, there'll be like a petition, get this kid
Kick Beck
off
Lyons off of Infocus
Focus.
News. Remove him from
a
Infocus News.
savior solution. If I make
white
regular
savior
graphics,
complex.
people will be happy.
Like your
No,
film
bro.
where the end credits make it all worth it because the end credits are so
Murder of
goodly
Al
animated.
Ulbrickson, carried by the visual effects.
Yeah, as in the very ending end credits because the other visual effects weren't that good.
But like I have
The
this
teacher
really
is all
cool
like-
idea where there's this board game in the show called Pie Show. I have a ton of graphics where I made a Pie Show tile for each of the original episodes and showing like how they've changed. So I've like hand in Illustrator traced like symbols from each of the episodes, like basically all
Beck,
day.
why don't you just do a package on fucking sports or something?
Literally one of the people in Infocus
That was the storming of
doing
September
a
9th.
movie package. Yeah.
That's the storming package.
What?
Alright.
My one not media package, I think, or my one like not like film or TV package was the storming package.
True.
Exactly.
I'm Infocus's head film and TV guy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
But,
it'll probably air next Tuesday is what I'm hoping for.
Yeah. And so, are you sure you're going to be able to cut it down to 4?
Yeah, I definitely can. It's just like this
Here's
weekend I
my-
want to make all the graphics good and like try to cut out more of the plot specific stuff. Literally, someone made a comment on being like, maybe don't talk about the specific plot points because most people are not going to remember.
Yeah,
did
that's a big thing. When they say you're talking to like people, a really good way to have good, meaningful conversations is skip over like the specific plot points and talk everything in broad strokes. Because
Yeah.
nobody really cares about like specific dates and like names and stuff,
Says
but like
the guy
broad
who
strokes is
recaps
what matters.
Silo with like
I
character
love
Yeah.
for
names.
30
All
fucking
right.
minutes.
Okay, speaking of this, how did we talk about Madam Web for 40 minutes? I went on the
It was a very
timestamps.
important movie.
43
Yeah.
minutes.
It was very
That's
important.
our longest review segment. That's
Yes,
crazy
it was
to
very
me.
important. to talk
Okay,
about.
but this is my prediction of Beck's Avatar video. The air temples were all like, ah, blah, 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 blah. And he can fly now. He flies now. Ah, blah, 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 blah.
Where I was ranting about him flying. I did have to cut me talk about how bad the air temple raids were. But yeah, next thing I watched, 2 things. So guys, do you know?
I think honestly, you can just wait, Aiden, Beck, you know
Yeah.
that clip I sent you on Instagram Reels of just like the animated show
Yeah,
predicting the live action
It's
show.
so funny
Just include
they
that.
predict it because
That should just be your final.
gonna
That should just be
give
the
you
final
a,
clip of the package.
That's
That's just the final
episode
package.
right before the finale, they do a comedic recap of it, and at the end, like all the characters like that was terrible, but the visuals were good, and that's basically my entire thing about the show.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like you're on the final like package. Like you should end it with that clip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But next thing I watched. So do you guys know in like minivans how they have like those TVs that can pull down for the back seats?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was driving to go bouldering with like a group of
You were
friends.
driving?
I was not driving. I was in the back seat, and then my friend has one of those cars that has that, and he put on Monsters Inc. So
Yeah.
Yo,
I
goated.
stared and I watched Monsters Inc. for the entire car ride there and the entire car ride back, and then
Yeah.
I got home. And then at night, I finished Monsters Inc. and I binged all of Monsters University.
Yeah. They're all good movies.
Okay,
Good
and
movies,
then
guys.
I'm
I watched Monster University in the theaters, and I feel like I have a very fond memory of the Monster University movie because I saw it in theater. So I think I might actually prefer the University
oh my god,
movie
no, I
to
I
A.
prefer Monsters University way more. It feels like
What?
Monsters Inc. Like the emotions, just like are like very like kind of weak, you know? Like you have that whole plot line of like, you know, like Sully like cares for Boo. I didn't really vibe with that much. But
Yeah,
I feel like
I
I
I don't
feel
know.
like
I think
that's
the first movie's better, but
really
University's still really good.
have you
Yeah.
you ever
University-
watched both of them back to back?
I have done that before.
Okay,
I do
watch
like
it now. Because for me, Monsters University has a way more
yeah.
compelling
Go watch
like,
it now.
arc. So it's like Mike Wazowski, and when
Yeah,
he was a
Aiden,
kid,
why don't you have it playing on that TV behind you like you used to? You should be having both playing back to back right now.
I don't own Monsters University on DVD though.
Get it on DVD now.
No.
But
Same
no,
day shipping.
I do think like the whole idea. I'm a really big sucker for like kind of like tournaments and competitions. That's why I like the Goblet of Fire so much in Harry Potter. I just really like the idea of like a tournament, like students fighting against each other, and so that's why I think
Bro
university
would
works
love
really.
a certain show that Beck has watched.
okay, but
Uh,
so
but
Monsters University, it like it has this. So the arc is like Mike Wazowski. He was a kid, and then he went to Monsters Inc. He saw the
Whoa.
He saw the scare,
Girl,
floor
No.
live, and he's like, I want to be a scare. He spends his entire life studying everything about it. He gets into Monsters University. He works so hard.
but he's not scary.
Yeah.
No.
And
He's
so
a
it's-
comedian.
I don't know. The emotions hit really hard of like this guy trying so hard, doing everything he can, but he's just not scary. And it's you
Yeah.
have he does
Yeah,
it.
that's
and
why.
then- yeah, no, and
I think like yeah. Sorry.
he wins like it's like the scare games. You guys know the general plot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wins the scare games, but it found out that it was rigged, and then he still couldn't cut it. And then he goes into the human world to try it on real people. It doesn't work. And then you like to have then you have what I like to call two characters talking. Two characters having an emotional conversation while staring out over a body of water. This is my favorite trope. Very specific.
Really.
It's
a
really
good
Is
trope.
is it specific?
It is specific.
No.
yeah.
It's not very specific. It happens a lot.
I feel like it happens a lot.
It
Yeah.
happens a lot.
I feel like that happens in BoJack a lot for some reason.
There's a
Huh?
lot of emotional
That's 'cause his
conversations
property is
that happen
basically
with
over
two
water.
characters talking next to a body of water. But every scene that has that hits very hard. And then you have this really cool scene where it's like Mike and Sully talking about like, you know, him still not being able to cut it. And then they work together and then they pull it off. And then Sully's like, you know, I couldn't have done that without your help. And then they work together. And it's a really cool emotional core.
Are you saying though that he wouldn't have nothing if he didn't have you?
Yeah.
If you're
I feel like
nothing
you want
without your scare, then you
I feel like
don't
you want
deserve
to
to have it.
transition to something, and I'm not going to allow that. I'm sorry. I'm not going to allow you to
To be
transition.
honest,
to something.
like
That wasn't a transition. That's a song from the first Monsters Inc.
Oh,
to be honest, like some of the scenes, like I was my eyes were watering a bit. Like it's a really like emotional arc.
it's really sad when he finds out that he wasn't scary and that Sully kind of hacked the thing.
Yeah. So I feel
and
like
that's
when everyone's
a
like calling him out saying you can't do it. It's like it's kind of really
Yeah.
it's really emotional.
What I find kind of interesting is that Monsters University is a much more Mike Wazowski focused movie, while Monsters Inc. is more solely focused
No,
movie.
I swear, I don't. It's like they took like this random jokey side character who had like no arc in the original, and then they made this insanely emotionally compelling movie about him.
What do you mean? He was Wazowski.
I mean, yeah, but and so I feel like it works as I think it's one of a really good college movie. I think
Yeah.
Monsters University.
So like all of the like they have really good like set pieces like with all the different games where it's like the library one and they have to run away from the librarian and all the different ones.
Yeah.
I think they do really cool settings and stuff.
Wait, I might have something. I'll be right back.
Ooh.
Can I talk about why I like the first movie more than the second than
When was the last
University?
time you watched the second one?
I don't know.
I think
But,
it
like,
hits a
I-
lot harder. I think it hits a lot harder when you're older.
I mean, like past 3 years.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Beck?
he's got the MU
Yeah,
hat.
oh, that's crazy.
Bro
Yeah.
might
Guys,
be
it
the
has got
monsters
that
of the
Disney attention
university.
detail where it has the scuff on it, like
Yeah.
Mike's hat. Anyway, here's why I think the first movie's better. I don't like the side characters very much. Mike and Sully can carry a movie perfectly fine on their own.
Okay.
And I think
I
that
do
their
think
dynamic
you have
is
kind of a
working.
valid point there. Some of the
Fair.
side
I
think
characters they have for MU
The simplicity
is, like,
of the
good.
first movie. There's only like 5 important characters in the first movie.
I
Yeah.
feel like Aiden, you
Boo.
like very simple movies. Beauty and the Beast is insanely simple to me, and that's like why I didn't vibe with it as much.
It was really good though.
Yeah.
You can't say Beauty and the Beast.
No, I'm
was
not saying it's
good.
bad. I'm saying I didn't like vibe with as much as you did because I think you like more simple movies and I like more like kind of.
He's calling you
complex. I'm
basic.
not
I don't know if
calling
you
you
can tell
basic.
that.
I don't mean this as an insult, Aiden. Don't take it as one.
But,
I
okay,
think
but
he means it as
I
an
think
insult.
the
I'm just
simplicity,
saying.
like the simplicity of Monsters Inc. and like it's just Mike and Sully and Boo and their shenanigans, and like that's all that they really need. They have compelling villains, and like it's just like an overall entertaining movie, tightly written, just like funny. It does still have cool set pieces like the first movie, like all the doors, and then they go into all the places in the human, and it's
Yeah.
just like it's just good.
Okay,
Yeah,
one thing I do
no.
want to say, this is like a slight nitpick because they did come out like 20 years between each other. Like watching them back to back, the animation in Monsters University is just way better.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's just time, baby.
That's this time, but like I like the visuals more.
I think they should stop remaking. They should stop putting movies from like animated to live action and just start like reanimating old ass like old ass CG. Like if they made
do Avatar
Toy Story-
16:9, I'll watch it every day.
like if they did Toy Story 1, but like with now graphics.
With Toy
Like,
Story
that would
4
look-
graphics.
Yeah, with Toy Story 4 graphics, it would look so good.
Yeah, it's like how they remake
Right?
video games with better graphics.
Yeah, like how they do
Remake.
remastered for game. They do that, but with like animated movies.
That
Yeah.
reminds me, I woke up today and I found a video by Portia that was Portia X Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah.
I watched the video because I'm like, why the hell would they be doing a
I think
collab
you
with them?
Rebirth, Nicola.
Hey, you mean
Oh, is it Reba? I'm like, why the hell would they be doing a collab? Turns out they're not collabing. They were just making a video that like, we both make creative stuff. That was the meaning of the video. And
Okay.
I don't understand what.
Great.
I can't wait for the Porsche to be in Final Fantasy, you know? It's gonna be awesome.
Okay, I swear there literally was one in like 15. Like they have like a fancy car they drive in that. I think it's a Porsche.
Do you think it's both a gun and a sword?
Is that a Ruby
But,
reference?
Imagine if a character had both a gun and a sword at the same time. They would be. They would be the
Gundam?
But like,
Gundor?
what if there was a
Gundam?
YouTuber that made a video about?
Oh my
Okay, but what
gosh,
if
man.
there was a certain
that
painter?
has guns combined with swords?
Nicola? Okay,
Yeah?
okay. I gotta break this all down. Nicola, no more painting references. Aiden and Beck talk about the Somerton apology for some reason.
Aiden, do you want to talk about the Somerton apology video?
All right.
We
So,
got a ton of views on the first one.
So
So
Aiden,
James
no,
Somerton, as
so
we
no
all
one,
know.
no one interrupt. Say
James Somerton, as we all know, plagiarized like a billion people.
Yeah,
Right.
we all
And
know that.
he released his original apology where he said, "I'm sorry," and didn't elaborate further on why he did it or why he did it. And so this time, he's made a new apology video, 43 minutes long, starts off with a suicide warning note, trigger warning. And in said video, here's his reasons for plagiarizing. He's not gay enough.
Mm.
He hit his head when he was a child.
Mm.
And also his video title is stolen from an H Bomber guy
Yeah, no, he
video
called it
title.
a measured response, which is the title H Bomber guy uses. So he literally plagiarized the title of his apology video about plagiarizing.
And also he said he also said he reached out to everyone he plagiarized from, and they all said it was okay, and that he was donating all the funds to H Bomber guy to donate back to the people. Everyone said no. He didn't reach out to anyone, and they all said no, that they forgive him. And he didn't reach out to H Bomber guy yet either. So
You know, he said he was gonna reach out to this team to donate the. He didn't do that.
probably because he hurt his head as a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
He's
So
so
here, so basically, his reasonings were that he has bad memory, and he would just like put things in his script as placeholder and then forget to change it. But like, no, like if it happens this much, figure out a solution.
Yeah, no,
And
he just
two,
forgot.
people like online like came out and were like, "Hey, I have memory issues and I deal with it. I have never plagiarized once." And they're like
parentheses. That's how you. That's how you know it's like a.
Highlighter or something.
Yeah.
Wait, guys. Wait a minute. Am I in the Joe Rogan podcast?
Whoa! You also have to remember. You also have to
I just
remember
cr-
this other fact, though,
Yeah.
that he isn't gay enough, right? So he said that he was a gay cis male, and he was like, you know what? There are people who have it harder than me. There are trans gay men and gay women, and you know what? They have all their problems, and I'm more fortunate than them. So I stole from people less than me, so that their word could be out there and be heard.
It was like, guys,
Which
I don't feel like I can write about these stories, so I'm gonna steal from people who can.
Yes, because he's not gay enough. You have to.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it completely makes sense to me.
so what happened with the movie thing? Because
Oh yeah,
he had,
like guys, my friend moved, so we couldn't do production.
Damn, on any of the 7 movies that he had lined up,
guys,
what?
I'm gonna keep writing scripts and then releasing trailers for these movies because my friend just isn't in the area, so we can't work on any of them. What else?
I just remembered, guys, Matt Pat is retiring next Saturday.
Fuck.
Oh no.
That's tomorrow for people watching this video.
Yeah, damn it. God damn it. No.
Wait, now you've just revealed like exactly the date we filmed this on.
I'm gonna cry on the last episode.
No, that's crazy.
But no, overall, big piece of shit. He should just leave the internet.
No. Let's
James
continue.
Somerton.
He created a new Patreon to try to get people to like give him more money and he's like, guys, I'm gonna make actual video essays. And this time I'm just gonna cite all the plagiarism I do. And it's probably, I swear, it's gonna be like 70% of the script is just quotes with him actually like citing them now. And he did bring back all the videos that he said did not contain any plagiarized content. I'm not sure if that's actually true or not. I did not check. I have not seen any of his videos. But a ton of them, like, I want to say like 90 to 95% just completely gone.
Even his Owl House video?
Yeah, his Owl House video is gone. I'm actually watching it to see if he actually like talks about it. But you know, I can't.
I feel like I have watched it.
You feel like
I feel like I did watch it at some point.
And you're like, this is a very smart video. I hope this wasn't plagiarized.
Yeah. How many? I think also like the last time I checked, he only got like 7 Patreon members compared to his like 2,000
I
when
I thought it
before
was 3.
I checked it again. It was like 7. That was like a day
Oh.
after.
Yeah,
But
because Beck is one of them.
I'm not.
Yeah, are you
I'm
one
not
of them,
giving
Beck?
this man any money. If I could steal money from him, I could. I would.
Yeah.
What?
Guys, look at this Buzz Lightyear
You
suit.
can. What do you mean?
Look how cool this is.
But yeah, let's get into next thing I watched. Game of Thrones season
Thrones.
1 ended.
He finished, guys. He
Finished
finished.
season
Nice.
1. Now, story time. 2 years ago, when we first started this podcast, Uri,
Beck, it's been like a year and
a year
maybe
and
a half.
Okay, the same week, like we started the podcast, Aiden was like, "We need a thumbnail or like a Spotify thing." She was like, "What are 4 characters everyone likes?" And then Uri said the random prince from Game of Thrones, and I'm like, "Who is this
Godfrey?
guy?" And then he showed me an image, and at the time I was like, I see this, and it was some guy. I didn't know. I couldn't recognize the guy getting his head chopped off, and this guy standing over him, about to. So I was like, that's weird. And then I finally watched the show, and I find out who was decapitated by this guy.
It was Jon Snow.
It was not Jon Snow. It was Ned Stark, who was basically the main character for the entire show so far. So it's kind of like
Guys,
a big twist.
Hold on.
It's a
tangent.
big.
Guys, hold on. I went to Akinator to go see if he knew who Luz Nutzera
Oh
is,
yeah,
and then
I've
my
done that
computer.
before.
No, but then my computer restarted.
It's too powerful.
Yep.
But no,
it's
it's really big because like in the show you really don't expect that happening because like he's main character, and this I would say is like the first like because there's times when a show can be good but you don't really know when it hits. I would say this is a moment the show it's different than other shows because like it's killing off essentially the main character of the first season, and like you're always until he gets his head cut off, you're like, okay, he's gonna get out of this, right? He's gonna get out of this, right? But then he doesn't get out of it, and he dies, and so he's gone. No more of the show, just gone. And funny thing is, after he got cut off, the actor stopped watching the show in total. Like he was like,
That's
I don't have to watch
That's
it.
really funny. More power to him.
And then that's the big twist at the end of. I thought that would be like the season ender. It's not. So we get to episode 10 of the season, and it's like this girl who was part of the last king before he was overthrown. She takes 3 dragon eggs and walks into a fire, and then the dragon eggs turn into baby dragons. This is something I didn't fully understand. It was like I can
explain it.
As a wedding gift, she got 3 dragon eggs, but they were petrified or what?
So this is the whole thing. So even during when her family was in power, the Targaryens haven't had dragons in over 150 years because they died out in a civil war. And so these dragon eggs are they've become kind of petrified. Over time, I guess there's we don't really know where they got the dragon eggs in general, but we know it came from the family at some point.
Valeria.
But they're insanely expensive, and they got them as a wedding gift.
Yeah, and because they've stoned, and you don't expect them to hatch anymore, and so they were given to her. But the reason why Daenerys has finally the eggs have finally hatched is because she sacrificed the witch, in the fire, and that allowed the sacrifice to allow the dragon eggs to hatch.
The fuck is the witch?
Some random witch that killed her son and her husband. So yeah.
And so that's why the eggs are
But yeah.
And so you're Beck's in for a really good season 2 and 3 and 4, and maybe
and
not 5
everything
and
up until 8.
6.
And then what? 7 and
7.
8 is when it goes downhill.
Yeah.
I thought that's 10
I
seasons
don't
long.
know.
How long is it?
Right now, like
Oh yes, it's the last two.
the King Joffrey, he is like the most annoying petty asshole ever.
No,
I feel like
wanna
that's
see
like
his
kind of
head
the
cut
point
off
of his
so
character.
badly.
but
That might
Beck,
be the point of his character.
Yeah.
Beck, you're gonna meet another guy who's kind of just as bad as Joffrey, maybe worse.
Bro, I hate this guy so bad.
No, everybody hate like you go into any like I would say any like top 10 worst characters on like TV, you're gonna get stuff like overrated. You're gonna get like Skylar fucking White for some reason.
That's so stupid
You
when
get-
everyone puts her in like the worst characters of all time.
You might get Tony Soprano's mom sometimes.
Oh,
You're gonna get Cersei, Joffrey, and this third
which
character.
one's
I would
Cersei
say
again? I forget.
Joffrey's mom.
Guys,
Oh,
give
yeah.
me something for Give me something for Akinator.
Um,
I think he can't guess.
Aiden
Beck Lyons.
Shoemaker.
Okay, well he obviously can't guess those, but like
He can guess Beck
Guess.
because he'll say your friend.
Beck from Outer Wilds.
is that the main character?
No, it's the guy
Alright.
who plays banjo on Brittle Hollow.
Alright, I got this.
But no, and so you're in. It's very exciting to see because I would like to rewatch Game of Thrones, like all the best moments, you know.
Yeah.
But Beck's in for a really good. So who are your favorite after rewatching the first season? Who are your favorite characters?
I don't know. I think Arya is pretty cool.
She's from Multiverses.
Yeah, she's from
He is in
Multiverses.
Multiverse.
Can't believe they added a character
Um,
from Multiverses to the show.
And I think Jon Snow is also pretty cool.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on like Rob and Theon and yeah.
You're saying a lot of these names and I can't place them.
Rob, the older brother, and then like the Theon,
that's
like
the guy leading the
the gra-
charge. Yeah.
Greyjoy, his like the kind of like the ward, I guess.
They're okay. It's like it's hard. Like I'm still on season 1. There's so many characters. It's hard to like place.
Weak.
I can if you tell me who they are, I can be like, oh, it's that guy.
Yeah. What about you know Jamie?
Is Ryback short?
Yes.
He is.
You know
short.
Jamie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me about Jamie.
Don't like him.
Oh, you don't? What? What did Jamie do?
I don't know. He pushed a kid off out of the ceiling, and he got paralyzed from the neck down.
He didn't get paralyzed.
Okay, no, but the kid got paralyzed.
Yeah. Yeah. The kids.
Okay. Next thing.
Here's a little foreshadowing. Beck, who has a better story than the kid who fell out the window?
Wow. Okay. So, I finished a season of a show really
Ahsoka?
likes, but now I have to finish a season of a show Aiden really likes.
Uh-oh.
So Adventure
What about a show
Time,
I really like?
Season 4, done and dusted.
Uh-oh. Adventure Time.
Okay, I'm gonna give quick recaps because
Now you have to finish season 1 of
All right,
Formula One Drive to
Reign
Survive to
of
complete the
Gunther's
3 of
felt like a
us.
very average episode. I Remember You,
Right,
good episode. Gave backstory. Backstory I already knew, but good. The Lich, really good episode. This one's the big culmination of everything. We found the Lich has killed Finn's hero, possessed his body, and is trying to go get to this guy.
I love the live Finn reaction. I love the live Lich reaction when he finds out that Finn Loki just kind of knows who like can figure it out, that they like connected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really cool idea that the Enchiridion was very important and that they needed all the gems from all the princesses that we knew. Season 5. I watched.
You watched? Did you watch?
I watched
Those
Finn
are
the Human and Jake the Dog, and I'd like to give me
those are
2
episodes.
seconds. I gotta grab some.
Oh no, he's gonna pull out the fucking no bitches emblem.
Dude. Okay, Finn the human and Jake the dog, 2-parter episodes. Finn goes in and wishes that the Lich never made his wish to Prismo to wipe out all of humanity, and we watch Finn
All right, I'm here.
live in a
I'm
world
here.
where the Lich doesn't exist.
Okay. So we get in. They're at the thing, and then Lich is like, "I wish to this all-powerful guy that all life goes extinct." And then Finn and Jake go in like, "Ooh, we can't have him doing that. We gotta make a wish." Finn's like, "I wish the Lich never existed." He gets teleported to this random world where he's a farmer and he has parents. And then he walks into
No. Back. It's a world in which the Lich never existed because the bomb never went off.
because the bomb never went off. But
Or-
then,
yeah, because
some
Which also
reason,
means
the
there's
Lich
no magic.
but also then for some reason the Lich does come back and it doesn't break the reality. That felt stupid.
well, because the bomb. Well, he wished for reality where the Lich didn't exist, and then he made the.
No.
That's different than the Lich
Never
already having been
existed
existed.
means past or future. At least
No, that means
the guy literally says, "I don't have it." Shit. I was bored
What?
during my comedy lit class and I drew a frame from the episode because I really liked it.
Which frame?
I like the frame where it's like he's eating the pickles and it's on the screen and then Finn is the Ice King. I'm
Yeah,
gonna take
that's a
photo, but
raw.
I forgot. Oh. Okay, but he goes, some random plot stuff happens. He finds the bomb, he steals the crown. You gotta explain this to me, Aiden. Why is Marceline old in this timeline?
She's a vampire.
But why is she not old in the original?
No, she's not. Sorry, she's not a vampire.
So she's just 1,000 years old and she can just do that?
She's a demon.
Oh, because she's half demon. She
Is
can
she
do
an
that.
demon or what is
demon,
happening?
She's half demon, half human, and that's why she's old because vampires don't exist because the Lich never existed.
Got it. Okay, cool. That makes sense now.
That makes total sense.
So then Finn, some random stuff happens. His house burns down, blah, blah, blah. He puts on the crown. He becomes like the Ice King, but then the bomb goes off and he has to fight the Lich, and then the Lich possesses Jake. But while the same time is happening, Jake is chilling in the room with Prismo, who is like insanely good character, probably one of my favorites. He just chills.
You've seen him for one episode, and you're like,
and that's enough, bro. He's peak.
I certainly hope there's a spin-off show with him.
I certainly hope so.
He just chills in this room, has a hot tub, hangs out with a cosmic owl. It's cool. He has good pickles. And at the same time, it's like on the screen, Finn's entire world is falling apart. But then Jake, he's just chilling eating the sandwich. But then Jake is like,
no. But you have to remember where the sandwich came from, because remember, Prismo was like, Jake, you have a wish still, and he's like, I gotta make this wish important. So he's like, I wish for a sandwich, and then Prismo's like, dude, I could just go and make you a sandwich.
Yeah.
You can't forget about the fact that Jake would give up anything for a sandwich, including the life of his brother and himself and the world. You must remember that, and that's very important.
Okay, and then
You're gonna do that.
And then he's like, okay, I need to make my wish to save Finn. And then Prismo is like having to walk him through word by word what to say, because it's like genie wishes and he can do whatever he wants. But then he says the wish.
But if Prismo can do whatever he wants, then why doesn't he just like do it?
He's like a genie. He can only do it if someone asks.
But like, because like he can do it to his own interpretation, why does he have to make Finn say Jake say it so specifically if he was gonna like try to do it nicely anyway?
I don't know.
That's my question.
Something.
Monkey's paw, dude.
Monkey's paw. Okay. So and then Jake is like, I wish that the Lich had wished for Finn and Jake to go back home safely. So then we cut back to the beginning of the first episode of these two, and the Lich is like, I wish for Finn and Jake to go back home, and Lich's like, no, you fooled me. And then he's like, and then that's his wish. So they all disappear and they go back to the world. Everything's like normal. This totally doesn't lead to any possible spin-off opportunities of the actual reality where he
or
said
later
the wish.
episode.
And it doesn't lead And this does not especially lead into any more important plot points at all.
Yeah.
Okay, Beck?
Never
Keep that in
comes
mind.
back
The
at
fact
all.
Keep in that mind.
fact that
This is just
wish
one.
list
This is just a
Puppy,
one-off
never,
mini
never
arc.
brought up again.
no, the
It's a
fact that the
one-off
Lich
mini
made
arc.
a wish
Completely
and
gone.
Ifton made a wish doesn't matter. The fact that the Lich is still in Prismo's cube, that doesn't matter either.
So, Beck, are you done?
Yeah, that's all my Adventure Time stuff. I got one more thing. So, guys, on
Yep.
Tuesday,
I
I
love
was
Tuesday.
like, my mom's a big Bob Marley fan, so I'm like, I want to. She's like, we're like, let's go see Bob Marley. Bob Marley, One Love.
Let's just see
And-
his dead body.
We did not.
That's
So we go and
Um.
we're like, okay, the showing's at like 3:45. We'll leave here at like 3:15. So we leave here 3:15. We go to get on 101 to like, get to the movie theater.
That's like, oh yeah.
And then we get on the freeway, and then all of a sudden there's a ton of traffic, and then we look up. There is a giant cloud of smoke coming out.
Oh my god,
Awesome.
Oppenheimer was on your highway?
There's a
No
giant
way.
cloud of smoke coming from in front of us. And we're like, oh, there's a slight accident. We'll drive around it. We were
Slight
stuck
accident.
there for the next hour and a half. There was
Oh my
fire.
God.
We had to like move the car all the time to make sure the fire trucks could get there. Needless to say, we did not get to Bob Marley that night. And this I think this was a
Not Bob
sign.
Marley.
It was God saying
never
to
watched
me,
Bob Marley.
don't watch Bob Marley. But I said, no, I will. So Thursday, we go see Bob Marley. And if I hadn't seen Megamind, it would have been the worst movie I've seen this year.
Uh-oh.
What? Really? I
How?
heard.
Okay, if you exclude Madam Web, because I like that ironically, it was probably the worst movie I've seen all year.
Really?
Okay.
They speak in such thick Jamaican accents the entire time. I could maybe understand like 1 out of every 4 words they said. So I couldn't.
Beck, do you just hate this movie because you're racist? I don't.
I couldn't understand the dialogue, bro. I swear, with subtitles, this movie would have gone up like 2 stars. I just could not understand what they were saying.
Ain't no way.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably my bad. Personal opinion, I couldn't understand it. Maybe if you could, it was better. But even when I couldn't understand it, I didn't really like the plot. And then
What's the plot of the movie?
A plot is okay. The plot is so Bob Marley is in Jamaica. There's some kind of civil war going on over the elections. He's like, I'm gonna do a concert about like peace. And then he gets shot in his house in an assassination attempt. And then he still goes through the concert and he's like, guys, he does one song. He's like, guys, I can't do this anymore. And he leaves and then he goes to London and then he records his album Exodus. Then he tours it in Paris and he's like, I need to do a tour.
So in fact, he could keep doing it.
Yeah. And then, I don't know. And then he's like, guys, I want to tour in Africa. And then his wife's like, I didn't ask to do all this like elbow rubby with like the popular people. And then the friend who was shot in the failed assassination attempt was skimming money off of his tour. And then he goes back and he's like, I'm gonna do the big Jamaican tour. And so he goes there, and the guy who did the assassination attempt walks somehow back into his heavily guarded house and is like, I asked for forgiveness, and then Bob Marley's like, I forgive you. And then
I forgive you, man.
And he shoots him again.
And then he's like, I write redemption songs by the campfire, and it's like, I've been writing that my whole life. Like, there are some good lines and some good scenes in this show. It felt like from the trailer, they just picked out all the best scenes, like, and then all the rest of it was stupid. But like, here's what happens. He goes on stage, and he's like walking out, he's like, I'm ready. Credits. It
And
get
cuts
back.
before the concert. There
Hey,
was
Beck, if you were
Because the
to
whole
guess,
point of it,
Beck, if you were to guess how he died, what would you say?
cancer. They say it in the
heart attack.
No, it's like it goes the concert. It goes like Bob Marley died 17 years later due to cancer. He had the politicians come up during his concert and make peace. What? Show that scene, please. Show that scene. There was like everything in the text. I'm like, just show that, please. Don't put in text. This is what happened. Show me in the
So
movie.
you would have liked more movie.
I would have liked more movie.
Oh.
There was also this amazing scene in the trailer where it's like I think it was cut from like the end of the movie where it's like he's standing on the concert at the end. He's like the entire crowd just starts singing Three Little Birds, and I'm like, that's such like a fire scene. It was in the trailer. It's not in the movie at all.
What did your mom think of the movie?
She also couldn't understand a lot of the dialogue, and it's like it was a good story to know, but like the movie wasn't very good.
This is Beck's Letterboxd review. I could not understand 75% of the dialogue, and the plot didn't really get me interested in the last quarter.
Yeah, that was. I stand by that. I could not understand this dialogue, bro.
Beck, if you were to guess the tomato meter on this and the audience score, what would you say?
37% critic.
30% critic.
37%.
42.
Yeah. See,
And audience score.
like, what are people generally saying about it? Because it can't just be me that couldn't understand the dialogue. It had to have been a wider thing.
Kingsley Ben-Adir does an admirable job in the central role,
Oh
but
yeah,
Bob
the
Marley
acting
One
for
Love.
Bob Marley was really good. Like the
But Bob
acting's
Marley
really
wa-
good.
But Bob Marley One Love is ultimately a standard biopic that doesn't do justice to its brilliant subject.
Yeah, it's felt like a very
But
standard biopic, and I don't like a lot of biopics.
yeah, there's only like a few good ones like Oppenheimer and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
there's all like a 92 for audience score though.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. Like the showing I went to was empty. There were only like 2 people behind us in the entire theater.
Are you saying there were more people at Madam Web?
Okay, one slight thing I gotta mention first.
Yeah.
You know that clip I made about Disney Heroes Battle Arena and how I didn't feel like I was gonna grind the entire game. I
He
did.
grinded the entire game
I did.
so he could get thing.
I did it. I'm not gonna play the game
Yeah.
anymore.
No way.
Why would
I
you
achieved
grind
the
it?
goal. It
What
was crazy.
point of
'Cause
grinding?
I randomly just opened the app after a week because we were playing Monopoly and it was taking like 8 minutes between our moves. So I'm like, I'm just gonna play this game. I opened my like in-game mailbox, like, here's 10 lose no Seta chips, and I just unlocked her in like 2 seconds. So
Beck, are you
achieved my
finally
goal.
happy now? You're happy now? We can put you out to the farm. You've committed your life's goal. You're good?
No. But this was an accomplishment, one of my greatest gaming feats, you know?
Yeah. What would you say to that, Aiden? Do you think it's one of the best gaming feats of all time?
No, because I think they just cut a second off of the Mario 1 speedrun, I'll be honest.
Really? Wait, what? Wait, when did this happen? When did this happen?
I don't know. I thought they've been cutting time off.
They have, but it's been like frames, bro. Like they're like
Oh,
so
not a
close to the
minute
human
then.
record that it's like 24.
What about the
8
single
frames
photon
of like a task perfect run? It's crazy.
What about the single photon floating
Yeah,
in
let
and
me
flipping a
know.
0 to a 1,
Oh,
causing
yeah, that Mario 64 one? That's the craziest thing. It's like
so funny.
solar radiation switched one of the like circuits in N64, and it caused like him to teleport to the top during a speed run.
No, the exact same thing. It floated in and it flipped a very specific line, a very specific way to make it so that he teleports very specifically up.
Yeah.
It was like a bunch of very specific, really like uncommon stuff happening. And it's just like really strange.
Maybe it hasn't changed. I thought it's been changing.
All right. Well,
the
do
same.
you
Well-
want to talk about the Oscars?
I would like to talk about the Oscars.
Have we all talked about what we've been watching?
Oh,
Who
yeah.
hasn't
Let's
gone
probably do
yet?
all that first, and then we'll do Oscars.
Okay, fine. I
Let's
can go.
finish that. Has
I can
only
go,
Beck
so-
gone so far?
Yes.
Yeah.
We got
I
an
went.
hour
Okay.
of Beck talking, and that's the best.
I think that's the
'Cause,
best
guys, I
episode.
would-
It's just me talking the entire time.
Guys, Beck,
Just
because
do
like
the
every
podcast by yourself at this point.
every TV show has like their breakout star, and for us, it's Beck. You know,
Yeah.
he's the breakout star. You know, let me think. Happy Days had the Fonz, and Beck is our Fonz.
Wow.
But didn't Barry
And,
also have the Fonz?
Yeah, but I don't think wasn't. I feel like Barry was the breakout star of Barry.
Yeah.
No, no, it was NoHo Hank.
Yeah. Aiden,
but,
what are you watching?
I was going.
Okay.
I was
What
going.
are you watching?
Okay, so I've been Beck. Cross this off your list. Some dark documentaries.
It never fails. My bingo cards are so accurate.
Cross it off the list, Beck. So I've been watching. Just like a serious documentary. It's very apt because I'm in college right now. It's called Death in the Dorms. So each episode is kind of like
concrete rooms with blue beds and two hanging things behind them that hold target.
it's more about
bearings.
like it's more like about college.
Are they just
students
in prison, but it's like also known as a college?
It's more like college students, like, and then they get killed or something, and then their families talk about like they were the light of our lives, and now they're gone.
Oh, it's like that thing on TikTok where like all the parents will then post on their children's account after overdosing on fentanyl, like, "Oh, look what they've taken away from us. She was such a bright angel."
I mean,
And it's
but
like the most
yeah,
cringiest compilation of their child.
Okay,
But
yeah,
it's
but
not
like, never
cringe.
did-
Like
but-
she did not die for that.
all my accounts are dying with me. No one's getting access to those. My
have-
hard
Yeah,
drives are
'cause-
being burned.
Why?
yeah, because
He has
it has
too
footage
much-
of Beck being on
too
Epstein's
much.
island.
He has too much Owl House
Bro,
Rule 34
bro.
saved to his hard drives.
Yeah.
Too much Hootie
Okay,
X.
I
uh,
that.
okay.
Okay.
Too much Hootie X. Whatever the other owl. What's the name of the Duolingo owl?
Okay,
Rule 34 on his
I can do what you're
computer.
watching.
Okay, wait, I'm not done. And so, it is very kind of like nice seeing them reclaim their story, and like, because it's a very sad thing when a college student dies in their prime. This is the prime of their people's lives, and so I'll just give you, because usually this is the usual situation. It's like it's usually a girl will probably get killed like by her boyfriend.
It's always the
or-
boyfriend.
Okay,
Why do you
and
think society pushes men into these roles where they must murder their girlfriend?
Yeah. It's society's
What?
fault, guys.
I think it's society's fault. Definitely not pre-lying
either-
issues.
for
with
the
mental
women,
health.
for girls who get like killed, it's usually their boyfriends or like some guy.
Some
They're walking by
stalker, yeah.
themselves. They're walking by themselves, like a guy, like they'll pick them up. Because one time, one of the episodes was like this girl ordered an Uber. She was by herself, and she went to a car, but that was not her Uber. And because of this law, they now have QR codes on Ubers and Lyfts, so you can know if your driver is your driver.
Oh,
It's
that's
called
cool.
Sammy's Law.
So
Because
she
of this.
didn't die for nothing.
I know there's like some law in like California. I was learning about it in living skills where it's like they have to have like a pinpoint of every like sex offender in like the entire world.
That might be Megan's Law.
Megan-
That sex offender
Something
need.
law. I mean, it's cool
Yeah,
that they have
but-
these.
Yeah, no, it's nice to see that some actual change is being done. Because the one I want to talk about is so there was this guy named Max Groover, and he was like, he was going to Louisiana State University, LSU, and so everyone really liked him. He was going to be a sports media guy, and he's going to LSU 3 weeks in. And he's joining a frat, fraternity. And
Are you
so
in a frat?
I'm not a frat. There's no frats on this campus.
Ooh.
You should
Makes
just
sense.
you should get a new college, I think.
I think just
Bro's at
make
Yeah.
a
your own
boring
frattery.
college.
Call it like
Why
Yeah.
don't
Sigma.
Alpha,
The
Calpha,
Celsius,
Sigma.
guys. S
Alpha,
SP.
Celsius,
CPU, the Celsius Pod University.
like the computer?
It is like
So
CPU.
true.
But but so Max here, like he's joining a fraternity, and like on their website they say we do not condone hazing of any kind.
No.
None.
Hazing. Guys, I think there
He
might
died to
actually be
hazing.
hazing.
I think
though.
I've seen this before.
And guess what? So one time,
They haze.
and so like they invite, like there's like this initiation thing for the pledges. It's like 3 weeks in, and like they say, come to this house immediately for Bible study.
no,
And,
no.
Yeah, that's so obviously hazing. If they fell for that, that's honestly natural selection.
No,
at that
but
point.
no, it's kind of the point. They know it's like a initiation situation, because like he was gonna go to get initiated. It's like just as a cover for like people. But so he goes there. So they're doing like initiations. Like the thing is, so they ask these kind of esoteric questions where it's like the pledges had to like know the handbook of the fraternity by like memory, and the leaders will ask like um will ask like questions from like about the handbook, and if they get it wrong, they have to take a drink of alcohol for as long as the person tells them to. And
Wow.
one of the leaders is named Matthew Knockin. And he's been reprimanded on how he's been reprimanded on how he treats the pledges for being too brutal. And so when he
God
goes
forbid somebody just tries to have some fun.
and so he targets Max specifically. He's all like he forces Max to drink 190 proof alcohol, and
That's just rubbing alcohol at that point. What?
yeah, it's an insane amount of alcohol. It's like basically fucking gasoline at that point or something.
That's like
And so
literally just rubbing alcohol at that point.
he forces him to drink so much, and it got to a point so bad that Max had to wear a garbage bag around his head so he would throw up. And then he's all like, I'm fine. And then I guess he passes out, and they're all like, okay, we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, but yeah, at a certain point, like you can kind of like stop hazing. Like it's peer pressure only goes so far. I'm just
Okay,
gonna
but
say, if you're gonna keep getting pressured into drinking alcohol that's literally killing you from the inside, that's kind of honestly at that point kind of your fault.
I would not call it their fault.
it's also the guy's fault
I
for
don't know if you
attacking
can
you and
haze
targeting you and harassing you. Is it not their fault too?
Well, yeah, but like you can stop. Like
But
they're not like literally forcing you to drink it.
I think it just
I-
I think you underestimate how powerful manipulation is, and like older bullying is, Nicola.
Yeah.
Because he's been
I know, that's why
bullying
I'm
her.
saying we should bring it back because I've never had to experience it, and I think many people would benefit from having actually experienced it.
Yeah.
That's
think
why
we
I'm
should bring it
I'm
back?
actually like a completely pro supporter of bringing back bullying.
Okay. Well, I don't.
It's
Instead
never
of like
gone away,
anti-bull,
Nicola. It's never gone away.
it's no, but it's like much less accepted by teachers. Teachers like no longer like just look the other way. I feel like instead of anti-bullying ads, we should have pro-bullying ads.
You're right. I didn't
You
even think.
you are like every mom's worst fucking dream. You're like mothers
My
against drunk
fucking parents agree with me.
Oh my god.
mothers against drunk driving, and Nicole's all like, boo, I'm pro drunk driving.
Remember when we had that one psych kid threaten to shoot up the school? My parents' first reaction was, this could have been avoided if we brought back public humiliation, if we had
How?
flogging.
What?
They said
Bro.
if you had flogging, nobody would want to shoot up the school because they would just be fucking flogged in the middle of
They
campus.
get new parents, I think.
Bro, I swear.
Every
I
time,
mean, are they
So-
wrong?
guys, I feel like this reveals so much about Nicola that
Yeah.
it all makes sense now. You know,
Nicola is very
this
much the
reveals.
Jake
But are
Gyllenhaal
they
of the
wrong?
podcast.
Are they wrong? I'm just saying.
I do very much think they're wrong, Nicola.
Last week's episode where Nicola reveals his sad origin, why he doesn't like to cook anymore.
Oh, did I do that
Came
last
from
episode? I didn't
the-
even remember.
Yeah. But no, it's just and so they die. I think the Matthew Knockman got like sentenced to like 2 years in jail and then like 2 years probation. And for that, and so I think they implemented they implemented a new law because of this guy on the hazing statute, and like because before in Louisiana
Surely
hazing
or,
wasn't
like, just for the
official
college.
for the state.
Mm.
And so yeah, so that's what I've been watching. So
That's it?
Nicola, Aiden, that's kind of all I've been
Aiden has
watching.
one
I-
thing.
Yeah, Aiden can go first because I'm not
Well, I
ready
have
to
a
present.
discussion topic, and I also played a game.
Discussion, please.
All right, so have you guys gone to the bathroom before?
Yes.
I
Yeah,
have,
at least once.
All right, are you familiar with the concept of windows?
like,
Yeah.
in the
Mhm.
bathroom.
Wait, in the
Like on the
bathroom?
I want to
computer.
talk about bathroom windows and why I think most of them are inherently flawed.
I'm
No, no, no.
Sure.
Okay, this is great. This is
Okay.
great. Let him cook.
I don't really see how this is relevant. Yeah.
Now, have you ever gone to the bathroom and you are just like uncomfortable generally by the window? Like in my bathroom, there's just a big window. It's a whole big window that is like chest level, or even it could be even lower if you could see through it, and you could just see directly from the outside in.
Okay,
You know,
but like, I don't have a bathroom like that.
I have those, but my windows are
The
like up in the
bathrooms I
ceiling.
have
Not
really,
like ceiling, but
have-
like
the
high up.
windows are windows that are on the second floor, tinted. You can't see through them.
yeah.
okay, windows that aren't like that though. Like,
No,
why
I
would
have
you
those
enter
except
that
like
in a
mine are like really high up. Like it's like quite high up.
Yeah, but ones that aren't quite high up, right?
Yeah, but I've never experienced
Are you
that.
saying there's a window like at like chest level next to the
Yes.
toilet?
You haven't ever seen a bathroom with a window like
Only
Not
time I've ever
really.
seen something like that
I
is
can't
like
remember anything
this
like it.
this one place.
Next time you come over, I will
There's
show you
one
both the
hotel I
window
went to. There's literally like a shower that literally is just glass around it. Like it's completely open, basically.
Mm.
And it's
Yeah,
not like the type of bathroom that you can close it, so you're basically open for the
I
entire
know
place.
Japan
Are
to
you
has,
see.
saying
like-
wait, Nicola, are you saying that you've never seen a shower like that either?
No,
Really?
yeah.
Have you guys seen like Japan bathrooms that are like all glass around, but then when you go in there, they're like they make it so you can't see through?
No.
like
Is that
bro,
cool?
it's like yeah, it's truly the funhouse mirror of bathrooms.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, but Aiden,
So
continue,
cool.
continue but with your
Well,
story.
I mean, basically, it's just that I think that bathroom windows like that are flawed, and that we should have a regular no windows in bathroom.
Yeah, I
And I
also
don't-
agree.
I mean, sure, I
Well,
think
you need natural light somehow.
I think if you can get
But honestly,
somebody if you can get somebody hazed with some sort of bathroom window, they'll probably implement it into a law or something. I
You're
don't
right.
know.
If
We
you
should- we
somehow
should-
find a way to kill somebody with a bathroom mirror or like a bathroom window, you could definitely
That
get
would
it
be a
law.
great connection we're making between the topics. They're very smooth.
We are very smooth like that.
But I don't know. I guess
Smooth
talk to your mom about getting a
operator.
contractor to fix that
Is that a
issue.
JoJo reference, Nicola?
Okay,
No, it's actually an F1 reference, which is going to be
Aiden,
my transition. But
you
okay.
know, I've been looking for some new games. You know, I love frogs, and I also love detective games. So do you?
Well, I already recommended that game,
you already
but I
did?
played another
Oh,
game.
this is a different game.
Yeah,
Okay, my bad.
yeah. This game was called Don't Pee. Okay, so basically, you.
Aiden just loves bathrooms this episode. It's crazy.
All right. So basically, here's the game.
Guys, does Aiden have a bathroom fetish?
So here's
Honestly,
the game. The game is called Don't Pee. After we played Monopoly and it was bad, I refunded it and I got $6 and I bought 3 games. I bought milk inside of a bag inside of a bag inside of milk.
Oh,
I
no,
got,
I've always wanted to play that.
It was 49 cents.
Wait, really?
And then I got and then I got another game by the people that did I'm forgetting the name of the game. But it's fun. And then the other game I got was like $1.99 and it was called Don't Pee. And it intrigued me because it was called Don't Pee. And it was
as opposed to pee, please.
as opposed to pee, yes. So basically,
Precisely.
the game, you're this guy and you wake up in the middle of the night And it's in the middle of the night at the time that it is like 8 p.m. but like a.m. So I was playing at like 4, so it was like 4 a.m. in the game, which is kind of creative. But basically, you wake up after having 5 beers, and you need to go around your house and find a toilet. So you go into the bathroom, the toilet's gone. The toilet's been stolen again, is what he says. So then you go out, and about every 10 seconds, there's a quick time of where you either have to mash Q, E, F, Z, X, or C, and sometimes you hold it. So it's kind of difficult and very annoying
Is this
while
like
you're
that?
transversing.
Is this like that one like Google Maps thing where you have to like find the bathroom and it's like this insanely large like building with like
Oh,
4
I know the
libraries?
exact building.
No,
No,
but
it's Find the
that is
Bathtub, I'm
Find
pretty
the
sure.
it's
bathtub.
kind of
Yeah.
bathtub, and it's in the porn room. Okay, I can't believe you don't know about that one. I've spent
Sorry,
many a day.
I've only heard slight stories about this.
I'll
Glorious
find the link to it,
bathtub.
and I'll find the link
Yeah,
to
Beck,
it.
how
And
have
you're
you
gonna
not?
investigate it.
Why are you not on the leaderboards for that speedrun?
I'm only on the leaderboard of one speedrun.
True. So
Owl House watch through speedrun.
after you
I
leave
could win
your
that.
after you leave your room, you go downstairs and to the downstairs bathroom, but it's locked. And then all of the other doors either have like chains on them. So then the you go into like the living room and you turn the TV up because there's a zombie outbreak. Okay, there's a zombie outbreak.
Wait,
This does
wait,
not
this is
matter.
this is still don't pee. There's
Still
zombies
don't pee.
now.
Yes, you can't. You're looking for a toilet, and there's zombies. And then you find a coin, and then you put the coin in a washing machine, and then your hammer comes out. And you get your hammer, and you break down some, and then you can go downstairs. When you're downstairs, you can get the chain breaker. Then you can open the fridge. Then you get the key to the bathroom, and you open the bathroom, and it's a fake toilet. Goddamn, Will switched out your toilet again.
Will?
But then you get to the secret room,
Who's
and then you can
Will?
go into the secret room, and you get a shotgun, and you get a pickaxe, and an owl shows up, and you're like, "Whoa, that's kind of scary." He
Owl
like crouches
House
through the
reference?
window and he dies. Then you collect some other
That
material.
Hootie?
You make you make a toilet like
The
water
Hootie?
tank, and you find a seat lid deep within the bowels of your house. And then you're lost. You say, "What do I do?" And you talk to the owl, and the owl says, "Hey, I need you to go do this. You are the one that can save the world." A like a it's in outer space. You're like all floating on these asteroids with teleporters on them, and the main character's like, "Haven't been here in a while." And you walk all the way down, and you get a seat, and then you build it, and then you pee, and it's like,
No, I want the adaptation for this game. You know, I
Yeah,
can't. I
let's
need this.
make it.
let's make
Yeah,
it.
that should be our final project. That's what we should apply to Pamfa with.
Yeah.
Let's adapt this. Let's adapt this game.
Beck, I'll send it to you if you want to play it tonight. It's $1. Buy it for you if you-
I'm probably gonna go to sleep, bro.
So, Nicola, can you talk about what you're watching?
Okay, I have watched a whopping one thing.
Yo,
Now-
Nicola, have you joined? Have
If
you
you
joined
know-
some kind of cult?
No. So, if you know anything about F1, you know that the 2024 season begins on March 1st.
Today's March
And
1st.
today's
go.
date is March 1st. So I woke up on this morning with a notification that says qualifying begins in 30 minutes. I open up the F1 app and it says qualifying begins in 30 minutes.
Did you watch
Then,
this
like, an exact
before
countdown.
school?
But an exact countdown. I said, how do I watch this live? I click, you have to subscribe to F1 TV for
Oh.
$85 a year.
What the fuck?
But
Nicola
it gives
did
you
it.
access to a bunch of documentaries, live replay, live watching, like full analysis of everything, and you can like get individual, like you can literally watch the cameras like on a single driver and what they're saying to their team and stuff of like every single driver. Yes, of course I got it because 3 out of 4 of my family members all watch F1 and all like
So-
F1.
So, are you paying for it?
No, my mom is.
Ooh, nice.
So
Like,
she
you gotta
got
remember
it.
that Disney
and
Plus
I-
is $140 a year.
began.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
But
began
Moses
my day,
University on it, and that was good.
and you also get a 7-day free trial with it. So I watched
So-
Extra
qualifying
7
this morning.
days.
I watched qualifying this morning at 7 a.m. all the way until like school, until like almost at like I was done with fifth period. Basically, like it was like 2/3 of the way through fifth period. Then tomorrow I will be waking up at 6:50 to watch the first day of racing live.
Bro, don't you have like rowing or something?
No, it's canceled because of the rain and wind, and then I have racing on Sunday for
Oh
rowing.
yeah,
Actually,
guys,
it's really
it's
funny.
raining. It's cool.
I
love
literally
rain.
have I literally have a regatta for rowing, like my own race on Sunday, and technically would also be on Saturday, but Saturday's like mostly canceled because of the high winds and rain. So basically, I got Saturday off to watch Formula One. But before that, something else I've been watching. Formula One Drive to Survive on
The
Netflix.
cult.
Same
The
thing.
cult.
I don't understand why you say it's a cult. It's just a good show. It's just
It's not a cult.
dr-
It's just a good group show.
it's
It's
just
not
a
a
drama.
cult.
It's just
It's not a cult, guys. This
Guys,
is the
it's
sign
not
for
a
help.
cult.
It's just a drama.
It's
Guys,
just a really
drama.
guys. I'm just blinking because
What is
it's
this show
just
called
a
Spaceman? Why is it getting
drama.
recommended to me? What is this?
I think it's
like
about
a
a guy
movie.
in space.
Yeah, it looks stupid.
No,
Anyway,
it's not
I
about.
think
It's
I
about a man in
basically
space.
watched most of season 2. Season
Yeah?
2, I'm pretty sure, is the 2019 season. So that's like, yeah, I think I basically finished season 2, and it just goes over the 2019 season. So it goes over what happened. It goes over Lewis Hamilton won that one again. It goes over like the teams. Some teams were struggling. Some teams were still figuring out what they were doing. Some drivers did really good. Some drivers lost everything basically,
Hmm.
and just like
By
all
lost
the whole
everything, you mean they just
fiasco.
like crashed?
No, I mean like they lost their position. Like they're kicked out. That and like because there's only 20 slots for drivers. If you lose your position to somebody else, you're just not in Formula One anymore.
Mm.
Kind
You're
of.
in
That's kind of how
Formula
it
2?
works. No, like you're just out basically.
What about Formula 4?
I think it only that actually I don't know how far it goes. I'm not gonna lie.
Is there a Formula
But like
69?
Nicola,
No,
let's say
that
there was
doesn't
a
go that far.
guy really good at a Formula One video game, and he was given a shot to play in the big league.
Okay, issue with that. That wasn't Formula One. That was just a different type of racing.
Okay.
That was Gran Turismo, Beck.
That was Gran
I
Turismo,
understand,
exactly.
but they should make an F1 version.
Either way, I got after watching
then
that,
they
I
got-
got home today and I booted up my racing game and I played it for 30 minutes and I finally figured out how to do one lap on a single circuit because I couldn't figure out how to turn because every time I tried to turn, I would completely lose traction control and skid out.
I think Nicola just likes speed, like the idea of speed, rowing, racing, cars. Nicola,
What
next you're gonna do
planes.
fucking
Like
you're gonna do
speed.
fucking meth or something. I don't know.
Planes. Okay, that's all. That's my 5
Okay,
cents.
guys,
Well,
the
let's end with the Oscars.
2024 Celsius Oscar predictions. Not
Oh,
Okay,
our
to be
Oscar
confused with the
prediction.
2024
Okay, I
Celsius
think the
Oscars.
murder of Al Ulbrickson is gonna get 3rd place.
Okay, so wait, I'll bring them up. So
Can we
just
just do
so-
like the
we'll do the big ones.
So let's
So
not do like we'll do like best like picture like something
actor, actress, director, stuff like
best
that.
animated
can we
all
just
that.
can we just do best picture?
I
No,
wanna
I
do
wanna
like
talk
best
about-
animated. There's a couple of them I really want to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's start off with best picture.
Best picture.
So I'll read them off. I have seen 5 out of the 9 best picture nominations. I think Beck has 2.
I've
so-
seen 5, yes. It's probably the same
So,
5.
Yeah, American Fiction, Anatomy of a Fall,
Barbie.
The Holdovers. Stop
Killers of the
repeating it. Our Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer,
Oppenheimer,
Past
Past
Lives,
Lives,
Poor
Past-
Things, The Zone of Interest.
That's it. There's nothing more.
So those are the 9, and
I've only seen 2.
what?
I've only seen 2 of those.
Barbie.
Barbie and
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer. Well,
Yeah.
you've seen the one that I think is going to win.
Barbie.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Barbie.
Oppenheimer is probably
Barbie.
going to
That's
win.
also my guess for
Barbenheimer.
what's gonna win.
But
They're
what I
actually
would
gonna
like
do the
to-
biggest upset in Oscar history. They're gonna come out and they're gonna be like, "We just couldn't pick one, so we chose Barbenheimer."
Oh,
That would be fun. But no, I think Oppenheimer because it's been destroying at every one of the other awards, Golden Globe, SAG, and I think it's a good movie. And I think Christopher Nolan deserves to have like at least one Oscar win. I would say, but I think it is a shame that Holdovers is not going to win because I quite like the Holdovers.
Yeah, Holdovers is if I could pick any of the best pictures from the list, I would pick Holdovers. But I think Oppenheimer is going to win.
Yeah. And so I guess it's no contest to see for because like I won't bore too much, but director we have Jonathan Glazer, Zone of Interest, Yorgos Lanthimos, Poor Things, Christopher Nolan, Oppenheimer, Martin Scorsese, Killers of the Flower Moon, Justine Triet, Anatomy of a Fall, probably Christopher Nolan will say, and same for actor because Cillian Murphy is killing it in Oppenheimer. The one thing I am wondering about is Chris in the leading role. Because this can go in two ways. I've been hearing a lot of buzz about Emma Stone in Poor Things, but also Lily Gladstone in Killers of the Flower Moon. Also been winning a lot. Yeah, Beck?
Some of them like I don't know. I feel like Barbie was like the most popular movie of the year. So all the people saying like for best
If it
supporting
doesn't win,
actress,
the
one
Academy
Barbie
hates
actor
women.
winning. I don't get that.
If you
know?
don't
This
think
is
Barbie is
this
gonna
is
win,
lead role.
then you hate women.
It's
Yeah,
true.
no,
Yeah,
it's,
Simple as that.
Everyone's saying like
it is-
Greta Gerwig was not nominated for anything for Barbie when she literally was nominated for best writing or best screen,
But,
best adapted screenplay,
and Best Picture, I guess.
yeah, and best
But
picture.
but it's unfortunate that Margot Robbie did not get nominated for Best Actress.
There's no like acting in Barbie that like it blew me
Yeah,
away.
that's the real experience of women. She wasn't acting; she was just
But
being
guys,
herself.
Barbie is a film about male struggles.
It is. That's why Ken
Fine.
is gonna win everything.
Stop making Aiden's sister hate the podcast even more. But no, I think Lily Gladstone will win for Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah,
Even though she was more of a supporting actress in the movie, I would say. But
I think Cillian
yeah.
Murphy for best actor.
Yeah, and Lily Gladstone for Best
Okay,
Actress.
let's get into what
And I
Aiden
would-
cares about so we can wake him up. Animated
I
feature
just want-
film.
Whoa,
Yeah.
I think Spider-Verse is gonna win.
Okay, let's go over them.
100%.
The Boy and the Heron, Elemental, Nimona.
Oh, actually, yeah,
Robot
because Boy and the
Dreams,
Herring, I feel
and
like is
Spider-Man
really
Across the
popular.
Spider-Verse. Boy and the
I'm
I
gonna
feel like
say
Heron.
Spider Verse should win. I feel like Spider Verse should win, but I feel like Boy and the Heron is very like the most popularized one for the Academy because I feel like Studio Ghibli is very much
it's a Ghibli
an
film.
Academy one.
It feels like it's something the Academy would vote for.
It appeals much more to the Academy than like Spider Verse would.
Elemental felt like a very average Pixar movie, so I don't think it deserves to win anything. Nimona, I feel like if it was against any other movie in any other year, would win. And what I would want to win, Robot Dreams, I really want to see. I just can't find a way to see it. And then Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, I would give my personal best movie of the year of 2023. So yeah, I hope it wins animated feature.
Did
Over
Into the
Avatar,
Spider-Verse?
over
Into the
Megamind?
Spider-Verse one animated feature film.
Yeah.
Yeah, Across
You would
the
really give it to
Spider-Verse.
it over Megamind?
Megamind came out this year.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, I
But,
can't give it to it because it came out this year.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, what about Avatar: The Last
Production
Airbender
design.
live action?
Production design was also really cool. Barbie, Killers of the Flower Moon, Napoleon, Oppenheimer, Poor Things. I feel like Barbie had really good production design for all the Barbie
Production
stuff.
design?
You know? That's like the.
But I feel like
sets and
Oppenheimer
costumes.
also did that really good because Oppenheimer was like all like literally just recreating the 19
Yeah, and that was
30s.
all practical.
Mostly practical.
Don't
And,
Barbie's
rant about CGI again.
You want me to
But,
send the videos again? You want me to send the entire
Something,
guys?
I was going over the Oscar nominations with my like teacher when it came out, and like, cause she's like a sound person. She was really mad that sound was just into one category, best sound. Like when it used to be like,
That
I
sound
guess
design
sound design and
and
then
best
sound
music.
like sound effects or something.
Yeah.
So, but
I think
yeah, I
visual
would say
effects, that's also something we can grade pretty well. The
yeah.
Creator, Godzilla -1, Guardians 3, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning, and Napoleon. I feel like Guardians 3 had some really good effects. But I heard
Oh, I think Godzilla -1. I think is
yeah,
gonna win that.
Godzilla -1 I heard such good
I've been
things
hearing
about.
so much hype about that movie.
And The
Like
Creator,
a lot of people.
I saw a ton of advertising for it. I never watched it, but it seemed like maybe it had some good visual effects.
An interesting one is best original song. Is
Ooh.
I'm Just Ken gonna win? Is
Um,
it?
it is cool that like for best original song they just have them all do performances of it during the Oscars. So we're gonna see all that. The Flaming Hot Cheetos song, I'm still surprised that's on here.
What?
The
There?
Fire Inside from Flamin' Hot, the Cheetos documentary or the Cheetos
It's a
biopic.
movie.
I didn't even know that that movie had what?
It probably played just during like the credits or something.
Mm.
I'm Just
But
Ken. It never went away. Haven't heard of that. The song from Killers of the Flower Moon and What Was I Made For, and that's probably gonna win. The Billie Eilish Barbie song.
really not. I'm Just Ken.
I
It's
don't
not gonna
think
win.
I think it would
I
be
don't
better if I'm Just Ken
why is it
won.
It would
why is
be
it what
better,
was I
but
made
it's not
for,
going
not
to.
the Dua Lipa song?
What, Aiden?
Why is it the why was I made for not the Dua Lipa song?
Um, because I think they wanted something with like more emotion in it.
And not like a better song?
Yeah.
Okay, writing.
Yeah.
Original screenplay, Anatomy of a Fall, Holdovers, Maestro, May December, Past Lives. This is an easy win for Holdovers, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then adapted screenplay, American Fiction, Barbie, Oppenheimer, Poor Things, Zone of Interest. Definitely
Oppenheimer.
gonna go to
Maybe.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
What do you think of
I
American
but I
Fiction?
would have like I would like American Fiction to win
American
that
Fiction
because
was insanely good.
yeah, because and it was based off like a book like Erasure, and so I would like that to have won, but probably gonna be Oppenheimer.
And
No,
then
because like yeah.
I just want to. I'm moved for the next category. So say what you want to say.
I was just gonna say, I'm glad I liked Oppenheimer, and I'm glad that's gonna win some awards. But I do think it should win like every award that I think is. But I think it might win a bit too many awards. But yeah. Do you guys think that for best supporting actor, do you think it's gonna be Robert Downey Jr. from Oppenheimer or Ryan Gosling?
I think it's gonna be Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah,
It's not.
my
I don't
mom
see,
from
I
my
don't see,
mom.
I don't see a award where they put Ryan Gosling in an Oscar
My
against.
mom thinks it's gonna be the guy Sterling K. Brown for American Fiction. I'm like, Mom, no, it's not gonna be him.
Yeah, he was good though.
It was good. I mean, this was a good year for the Oscars, I would say.
And then last thing is animated short film. I'm gonna try to watch all of them before
Like
the
last year,
Oscars, like last year.
You send them to
the
me.
boy, the heron, the boy, the mole, the fox, and the fuck you.
Yeah. It is funny how there's another The Boy and the movie in the Oscars this year, and it was actually good this time. But yeah, it's hard to find these, bro. Like, there's like not on YouTube. You have to like go to Documentary Now, some random website. I don't know how I'm gonna find all of these. It was pretty hard to find them last year even.
Yeah, let me know when you find them so I can watch them. So I
I
don't
know
have
it
to
was
do
really
that.
cool. I know AMC, they were doing a cool thing where it's like we're just gonna play all the Oscar nominated short films back to back, and then that was like a movie you could watch. I think that'd be a cool thing to do next year.
Well, I think that's it. I think we
Our
can.
rec for this episode
Wait,
was Carol and
yeah,
the End of the World.
well, yeah. Before we leave, everybody mute for us. Okay, always use Celsius. Thanks for listening. Bye.